season premiere Monday, February 3rd on the CW.
Sounds good. Good evening. My name is Nigel Chambers. I'm from Big Go Belt Media. And Nkechi and JB, thank you so much for your time today. Congratulations for
Thank you.
season 7 of All American. Only on the CW. First episode is available now. How are you two feeling?
Good, bless Nigeria, man. You got that DJ voice, boy.
He's got the DJ
Got
voice.
the
He's wearing
DJ voice, the
He's wearing a
vibe.
Princeton University T-shirt.
Yeah, let's
He's
go.
got the dope aim. I am here for it.
I see you, man. We see you.
I knew I was stepping in front of greatness today, so I just wanted to make sure I came prepared. First off, thank you to both for this. There's a lot to really process in 7 seasons, over 100 episodes, the unthinkable times of not knowing if you'll get renewed. And in fact, y'all come back with season 7 with more episodes. The fact that y'all making sure that we're going to get what we need. I just want to talk to you first about just reaching this accomplishment. What has it meant to you both? And I know you two both take your jobs very serious. But at the same time too, like, receive your flowers, because you're giving so much to others over all these years, but like making it to this point is a huge deal. So just taking a moment just to either pat yourself on the back or give each other your flowers. Just what does it mean to get to this point?
I mean, she is about to make me cry. I'm going to let you go first, Jamie, while I get myself together.
Listen, man, we are blessed. You know what I mean? It's a blessing, and I can't emphasize that enough. I thank God every day for the opportunity, for the platform, for the consistency, for weathering every storm. You know what I mean? Understanding that, we've been hit with every sling and every arrow possible, but we're still here. And I mean, listen, that's a testament to NK, man. It starts with her. You know what I mean? She took over this show. The minute she took over this show, everything about it changed for the better. You know what I mean? And I think that, so for me, obviously, to be connected to her and to be a part of this is a blessing in itself as well. But I think that, man, I've been in this industry almost 30 years, which is crazy. And I can honestly say that this is, without question, my best experience across the board. And not just as a writer or producer, co-showrunner, but just as a human being. You know what I mean? And so we take all of that in and understanding that, at the end of the day, we're still able and blessed to tell these honest stories that reflect us, that reflect our personal life, stuff that our kids can connect to, stuff that our kids' friends can connect to, stuff that will resonate for generations beyond. You know what I mean? What I can't wait for is when my little great nephews are 2 or 3 years old, when they find the show 20 years from now and they had no idea that we were even connected to it. But that's the power, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what we've been blessed to kind of be connected to and to be a part of, and it's across the board, man. It's everybody, you know what I mean? It's us, it's the writers, it's the cast, it's the crew, it's the support staff, it's everybody, man. So we don't take it lightly. We legitimately count our blessings every single day.
Beautiful, my brother.
100%. It is gratitude that we get to tell these stories that are, directly affect our youth, that are for the culture, that, we get to drive onto, arguably, admittedly, I'm biased, but the most iconic lot in Los Angeles, the Warner Brothers lot, over 100 years old, that water tower, I pass it every day. Yeah. That is not lost on us. Yeah. And so even during stressful times, even during, more complicated times where we're trying to figure out how to keep the show going amidst COVID or, budget cuts or whatever it is, even in that, there is still such a spirit of gratitude and just being so blessed that we get to do what we do. And so grateful that it resonates with people, because at the end of the day, we're such huge TV fans. That is why we write TV. We're huge TV fans. And so, we're used to being on the other side and throwing our shoes at the TV and arguing with characters and everything, that to feel like we've managed to create something that elicits that response from a different generation or a different audience. We're just, I feel so incredibly blessed.
Thank you so much for that. I really, really do appreciate it. And so many beautiful things said within that. Listen, as the fan, when we hear news such as Daniel and Samantha and Cody and so on not return for this season, that could be a very much a divide. But I'm a loyalist. I'm sticking through. And I gotta tell you, y'all did an amazing job of doing something that a lot of shows don't do. Because when you hear stuff like that, I would even call out a name like Scream. You hear like they got to go in a whole new direction. Yes, this is a new chapter, but what y'all did beautifully is ensure that the legacy and the impact of these characters are still felt to the point that I'm thinking like maybe that news wasn't real. Maybe they might just show up. You know what I mean? Which is a great thing. I want to know what you two, obviously, because when you do have to kind of look at your deck of cards a little bit different, you got to figure out what's your next play going to be. How did you all sort of storyboard how you were going to do this? And then obviously I got to ask the biggest fan question here is that never say never. Might there be cameos still coming down the line, possibly with anybody?
I mean, I'll answer the quicker answer is the last question. Yes, almost all of the cast have come back in some capacity because, and this is the thing that we hope that people feel in the love and the way we've sort of brought in this new generation and mixed it with our OG characters is we didn't cut anyone's storyline short. They achieved the dream.
Yep.
The journey was complete. Spencer made it to the NFL. Olivia became a famous book author. She used her writing to keep her dad's legacy alive. They got married. Like there was a completion. Grace James did the thing. She raised her boys. She kept them alive, and not only kept them alive, kept them in pursuit of their dreams, and they made it. Dylan is at an amazing art school. And you know what I mean? Like their stories were complete. It wasn't that everyone was just kind of done and like, I'm out. It was like, okay, where does our story end? It was discussions with the character. Daniel and I had talked about it a lot about where Spencer's story would end, what made sense for when that story would end, and make room for that next generation. Because that's the beauty of a YA show. At the end of the day, it is a story about our youth. It is a story about our teens. They are no longer youth. They had graduated into adulthood, and so we graduated them. But the beauty of this work family that we've created over the last 7 seasons is I've been doing interviews, and literally someone will be like, is that Daniel's voice in the background? I'm like, yeah, he's laid out on my couch. Like it's just, everyone's been around. Monet came back to do an episode and then like stuck around and was like, can I shadow a director? Can I do this? Same with Sam. Like she's in a couple episodes this season. After she finished her first episode, she was like, is it okay if I come back and hang out with them for a bit? And like, of course, like this is still your home. We're all still family. And so it's been everyone has been so welcoming to the new cast. And when the OG cast that did graduate come back, they are so excited by the new cast. They are so full of advice. They've sort of stepped into these awesome mentor roles, both off screen and on screen. So I always tell people, I'm like, if your heart was broken knowing that, sort of Spencer and Olivia aren't going to be at the forefront of stories, stick with the show. They're not gone. They're just not series regulars, but they're not gone. Their legacy lives. They come back and visit. Their story continues. Their adulthood story continues in really beautiful ways that I'm not going to spoil. And we didn't replace the family. We grew the family.
Yep.
That's the word. I tell you, that voicemail from Spencer, woo-wee, gave me the chills, and I was like, we're locked in. Whatever hesitation y'all have, leave it at the door, because as you said, the family got bigger. Well, I truly could talk to you all forever, and I'm sure you're aware of that. But that is my time, and I really, really, really do appreciate the space in talking to you both. Congratulations again on the 7th season. I really, really hope to talk to you both again down the line for more seasons and expanding the universe, whatever it's going to be. I'm going to be locked in for it.
Hey, man, thank you for being a loyalist, man. That matters. That means a lot to us, bro. And thank you for your time, man. It's just dope.
Absolutely, folks. All American Season 7, Episode 1 is available now. New episodes weekly, only on the CW. It's been a pleasure.
Take care, Najir.